No, it's cow and goat.
Damn.
Yeah, they got both.
Biracial milk.
They got biracial. No, it's not biracial milk.
Bi-species milk.
No, because the milk is not coming. Brendan, the cheese is mixed, not the milk.
Biracial cheese.
No, that's not even race, that's species.
Bi-species cheese. We got there. What's up, you suspiciously silent sloths?
They are, aren't they?
They are. Very suspicious.
Because, Brendan, let me ask you. Make a sloth sound. Wait, hold on, I got it, ready? Whoa! Did you know, like, one of the biggest causes of sloth deaths is they grab onto their own arms and fall out of trees?
I did know that.
Silly guys.
What idiots.
Silly guys.
It's not a branch. How do you not feel that?
I think sloths would be extinct if they had access to marijuana.
Oh my god. They would be
cooked. I think sloths would be dead, dude.
Nah, dude.
You think they're slow and lazy now?
God, just get them a little toasted. Oh my
get
god.
Them toasted?
They're like sitting there like, I'm hungry, but I'm chilling.
Yo, is that a branch, dog? Whoa!
Alright, Jeffrey.
Alright, let's get into this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 82. We're officially out of the highs.
Yeah.
Or the hoes.
The ages are gone.
Yeah, no ho, no high. We're in 82. First episode in the 80s, boys. Of the Attention Deficit
Dawgs!
Your new favorite podcast.
Yes,
Love
sir.
the energy today, Brendan.
Me
Can I
too.
just say already?
Dude,
I feel like
energy's
it's gonna
fantastic.
Be a fucking great episode,
I
man.
agree.
Speaking of great episodes, let's talk about great music.
Yes,
In this
sir.
great episode. Brendan, what is your song of the week?
My
man?
song of the week.
I know it's anticipated.
Cry for Me by The Weeknd.
Woo!
Oh my god, it's so good. We will talk more about it later. I have a whole thing about it, but okay.
Brendan
Yeah.
has 4 pages written on his
Yes.
thoughts about the
Yeah.
weekend. Alright. I have a curveball for everyone.
Uh-huh.
I found this song yesterday, and today I listened to it 5 separate times and enjoyed it every single time.
Let's hear it.
My song of the week is Back on My BS by Big X The Plug.
Hell yes, sir. That is a wild fucking pick. But as you should,
I know
brother.
for me specifically, that is the most left field fucking pick. But dog, this song fucks.
Dude,
man.
Big X The Plug kind of
I'm back on my bullshit. Like, dude, he just... His voice, you just feel like a tough motherfucker listening to it.
You really
man.
do. You
it's
really
a
do.
great song.
Yeah, he popped off after I stopped like heavily listening to rap music, but I would have fucked him up, bro.
Dude,
I would've
he's
fucked him up.
I really fuck. His voice is so
Yeah, his voice is
interesting.
nice,
He's so
yeah.
deep, bro, and he just sounds like that.
I'm back on my.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
good. I'm back on my All right. That out of the way. Now that Brendan and I have geeked about the songs we've been bumping recently, we have a very special treat today.
I have no clue what this special
This
treat
is This is a game that we love. This is a classic, a timeless, ageless classic. Everyone's favorite. I think this is either the 4th or 5th install. I think 4th. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cheese or Disease.
Woo! We love cheese or disease in this household. If you don't, get the fuck out.
Okay, you can stay. You don't have to.
Well, like if you're in your house or something, you could just turn the podcast off.
Yeah, just turn it up so you can hear it outside of the house.
Yeah, because you're gonna keep it playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
like,
you leave.
Thank you, man. Thank you
Yeah.
for listening. Anyways, if you don't know what Cheese or Disease is and you're wondering why the fuck we got so excited about it, this is a very fun game where I'm gonna give Brendan a name. I'm probably gonna say it wrong. Some of these, I was so worried about the pronunciation of. Some of these I did look up on how to pronounce. Okay? Because after episode 1, when I said cholera, and Brendan was like, "You mean cholera?" And I was like, "Fuck!" And so after that, I've done more research, but basically I'm gonna give him a name. He's gotta tell me if it's a cheese or a disease.
Jeffrey, I have an idea for this installment.
Yeah?
Okay, hear me out.
Oh gosh.
We get 7 pill capsules. You fill them with the correct answer. If I say it's a cheese, I take it. If I'm wrong and it's a disease, I now have that disease.
That's really good. So the hard part about that is I don't know if I can get every disease. So can I just like put cyanide
That's
in
fine.
all of them?
That's fine.
You're gonna get there
Pretty
eventually.
much the same thing.
Right. Like end result.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
You just get there a little quicker.
I think I like that idea.
So
Next time we do
playing.
cheese or disease, it might be my last time playing.
Alright, we might not ever do cheese or disease again. There's gonna be someone that's listening to this, like, fearing the day we do cheese or disease again.
They turn on another episode, like, a month down the line, and they're like, it's like, cheese or disease, and they're like, oh, fuck no!
They're like, Brandon, no! Brandon! Alright, back to this, ladies and gentlemen, the game. Number 1, Brendan, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Number 1. Takelma.
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 Isn't it like a truck?
That's a Tacoma. This is Takelma.
You're right. A Tacoma is not a cheese or a disease. It's a truck.
It is a truck.
It's a truck.
I got truckitis. Don't laugh at that. That was not good.
Wait, hit me with it again.
I got truckitis.
Truckitis. Now that's a real thing.
No, you meant the word, not my joke? Okay. Takelma.
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 I'm going to say Takelma's a cheese, Jeffrey.
And you be right, Brendan.
Yes, sir.
Aged 3 to 5 months.
Nice.
Nice. Soaked in like a fruit rind. Yeah.
Probably yummy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a yummy cheese, honestly.
I always do. I every time I do this, I'm like, man, we should get some of these.
Oh God, probably expensive.
We should do that sometime. Like, I should just like have a syringe of diseases and then like, or have cheese with me.
Or have cheese, yeah.
Yeah, and if you get it wrong, I give you the disease, and if you get it right, you get cheese.
Well, no, if whatever I think is a cheese, I eat. So if I don't think it's a cheese, I don't eat it. But if I think it's a cheese and it's not, I just get whatever disease it was.
So what if I lace the cheese?
Well, then I'm just having a good time.
Oh,
I'm trying to get it right. Remember, kids, things are only bad going into your body if you don't know they're going into your body. But if you know they're going into your body, it's fine. So, like, if you're consciously drinking bleach, you're fine. It's if you drink that bleach on accident that's the problem.
Thank you for explaining consent in the weirdest way I've ever heard. Oh, you ready for number 2, Brendan? Like, the whole time I was like, this dude is just saying if you consent to putting toxins in your body's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
I don't know.
As long as you know what's going on, you'll be fine.
Oh my goodness.
Trust me. Trust me. I know the best for you.
No, don't listen to Brendan. Don't listen to a single thing. Well, listen to the podcast, but like, don't take advice from him. Alright, number 2, Brendan. Yeah, this one I looked up because the spelling scared me.
Oh, fun.
Nager.
Nager. Nager.
Would you like to know how it's spelled?
Yeah.
Nager. I was concerned that I would pronounce it in a way that would come out wrong. So I Googled it before making it one of the options.
Thank you for saving our career before it even started.
I just needed you to know that I took the time to not say almost the end. Not in February. You know, that's terrible. That's even worse, man.
Niger?
Nager.
Nager. Nager?
Nager.
Nager.
Yeah. There's the funky thing.
Is this shit French?
I can't tell you that, Brendan.
It feels French.
I don't know if it is. That's why I can't.
Nager. See, my problem is it kind of sounds like a cheese, but it also kind of sounds like a topical cream.
Wait. But this isn't cheese or topical cream.
I know, that's the problem.
That'll be next week's.
Cheese or topical cream.
Cheese or topical cream.
I'm gonna go with this is a topical. No, this is a disease, brother.
This is a disease.
Yes.
It affects bones and tissues in the face, arms, and even sometimes legs and feet.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what else affects bones? A crowbar.
What?
You hit it really hard.
Well, yeah, I got that one, Brendan. We don't have to talk about assault. Like, what the fuck? Jesus.
Once again, he knew the crowbar was going to be hitting his bones, so he'll be fine.
No, that's still not how that works at all.
Next question.
Shit. All right. Also, funny you asked that if it was French, because when I was looking up how to say the word, I Googled it and everything, and it immediately went to Google Translate and translated it from French into English. And it meant swimming.
Swimming? That's a great album.
They got swimming syndrome, dude.
Fuck, dude.
Brennan had swimming syndrome. And now he's got balloonerism.
Yes, sir. I got 2 banger albums.
Oh my, just calm down. You're fine.
I can't.
All right, number 3.
I'm so excited. I'm fucking winning right now, though. So.
Yeah, you have 2. Brendan, I want you to know, it has never taken us 10 minutes to get to question 2.
That's because we're fucking riffing today, my boy. Riffing. They're loving it.
Number 3. Schwanema.
Schwanema?
Schwanema.
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 She one of my kids.
No.
I told him no. Cause goddamn, I'm broke.
That was just a real, you coming to terms with the fact that you're not ready for kids.
I'm not. She is though. I hope she's happy. I'm
not gonna pull back the curtain too much, but knowing your dating life, that joke made no sense.
Schwanema. Schwanema.
Schwanema.
This is a cheese, my boy.
This is a disease.
Fuck,
Brendan.
Schwanema. Yeah, you could come down with Schwanema.
It's a benign, non-cancerous tumor.
Wow, sounds like nothing with extra steps.
Brendan, your statement was not really correct because you don't really just come down with a tumor. But
so wait, it's a benign tumor. So it's just there. It's just that you just have a tumor that's not really doing anything. So it's just there.
It's a little.
So again, sounds like nothing with extra steps. Sounds like literally nothing's going on, but there's 5 steps to get there.
I'm gonna be honest, that's what I have written as my brief description. That's the first sentence of the 4 paragraphs on the... So don't take that at base value. It probably does a lot more, Brendan.
Cool, so nothing with a lot of extra steps. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Number 4! 2-1. That's your first blunder.
I got
Clean
this.
sweep today, boys. You ready for this?
Yeah, I think so.
You got the giggles. I don't know if you're ready for that. Maconias.
Maconias?
What? Dude, what? I literally was like, bro, you ready for this? You got the giggles. And then I said Maconias, and he's like, turn into a fucking motor.
Maconias, bro. Maconias.
Maconias.
Mac Miller reaches true form. Maconias. Maconias.
Maconias?
Maconias?
Possibly. Like I said, hey guys.
I think it's Maconias.
Let's cut it here.
We're gonna go with...
Real quick. I might be saying all these wrong. You were saying, Brendan?
This is a cheese.
This is a cheese!
Yes, it is! Yes, it fucking is, Jeffrey.
For an extra point, what is it made out of?
Milk.
No, it's actually not.
Water.
I'm lying to you. It isn't made out of milk. So I'm not giving you an extra point.
Damn.
I was looking specifically what kind of milk. I feel like that was kind of obvious that it was made out of
yak milk.
No, it's cow and goat.
Damn.
Yeah, they got both.
Biracial milk.
They got biracial. No, it's not biracial milk.
Bi-species milk.
No, because the milk is not coming. Brendan, the cheese is mixed, not the milk.
Biracial cheese.
No, that's not even race, that's species.
Bi-species cheese. We got there. politically correct over here.
Dude, no. after the previous 13 minutes of this episode, you cannot say that you're making an effort to be politically correct.
I'm being politically funny. Let's hit the next question.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Brendan.
Oh, that was
Right.
real.
Number 5. Lafora.
Lafora? Laforia? Zendaya?
No. See, my brain went Sephora. Like the makeup store.
So wait, say it again.
Lafora.
Lafora, that's also sounds French.
Oui, baguette.
Doesn't sound that French, honestly.
Yeah, because Brendan knows what sounds fucking French.
Yeah.
Sorry to know you were a Frenchman like that.
This is a disease.
Brendan. You have just won. Choose a disease.
Yes, sir!
This is a disease. It is a neurological disease.
Ooh, like born with it or you get it?
Jeez. Fuck, you got it, buddy! And you were born with it!
You're sure you don't get it from kissing someone?
Oh fuck, I kissed this chicken and my brain stems are funny. Think I could trick you
Happens. Happens, buddy.
No! I don't get brain injuries from people.
Yeah, you do.
I don't get neurological diseases.
Yeah, you do. I got
catch 'em.
trauma. Alright, what's the next question, my boy?
It's not a neurological disease. Alright. So, number 6, Brendan, you've already won, but you're just patting it. Can you go 6-1? That's a solid.
Hopefully.
It's a good win on you.
That is.
Alright, Brendan. No giggling. Cantercos. Brendan, I said no giggling. I have very strict rules.
What about a cock?
No, there was no cock. Not a single one of I mean, you were here, but Cantercos.
Cancer cock.
Nope. God, he is like a fucking DVD logo all over the place.
This is a cheese.
Damn, this is a cheese.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing this in your current goofy state?
I actually gain X-ray vision the more out of pocket I am, so I'm just looking through your computer. That's why I gotta say an out of pocket comment every time.
All right, Brendan. Actually, fun fact: Cantercos is a cheese that is only made in 2 Dutch provinces.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's like kind of a
Hell yeah.
exclusive thing. Yeah, isn't it? We learn more about cheese every time. Isn't that
Yeah.
fun?
There's always more you need to learn about cheese.
You know what's terrible? I can't remember half the diseases we talk about.
But then
Fuck,
cheeses.
I remember every cheese we've mentioned.
Because I want them all.
I need you to know that this game gets harder and harder to write every time.
Oh, I bet. You're running out of cheeses and diseases, my boy.
I'm running out of diseases.
Really?
Dude, there's so many cheeses that sound funky.
But diseases just sound like diseases.
They do, because they got itis or osis or like
Yeah.
syndromes and all that stuff. Like Nager, is a Nager syndrome. I took syndrome off because like that
Yeah.
you're gonna know. There's no cheese called dairy syndrome. That's what I got. All
I
right,
never know.
number 7, Brendan. See if you go 6-1 today. Saga.
Saga?
Saga.
Can you spell it for me?
SAGA.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I was hearing you correctly. Saga.
Saganese nuts.
Ah!
No.
We're gonna go with this is a disease.
Is it? Oh, this is a cheese,
Fuck.
Brendan. Made from Denmark, it's a mixture of brie and blue cheese. Yeah, which are both like stanky,
cheese.
potent, strong cheeses.
I prefer.
So I bet Saga fucking like rips on a sandwich.
Oh, I
Like
bet
you
it
probably
fucking
smell
does.
that shit from a mile away.
I bet
man.
it tastes good though.
You probably with like the correct things. You need something real
Yeah.
strong to balance it out because I feel like it's real intense.
Oh,
But
well,
Brendan, 5-2, man.
not bad.
Congratulations,
Not bad.
dude.
I'll take it.
All right. Do we who we want to start? We both have a big thing we want to talk about.
Yeah. I'll start.
All right. Tell me about the weekend, man.
Alright. So,
I mean, what? I don't know. He's going to tell me about the Weeknd.
If you have been living under a rock for the past 15 years, you don't know who the Weeknd is. But if you found our podcast, you know who the Weeknd is. You've heard of him.
Brendan has mentioned him before.
He just dropped his new album. And this was...
Hurry Up Tomorrow.
Hurry Up Tomorrow. The final album he's dropping as The Weeknd. And also the final album in this trilogy of albums he made. That's like... The last 3 albums he made were in a trilogy together, where he was telling Dante's Inferno story. If you're not familiar with that, Dante goes through the Inferno, which is hell, Purgatorio, which is purgatory, and then heaven, which is... What do they call it? It's like Paradisio or something like that.
I don't remember.
But The Weeknd's like running with that type of thing. So the first album, After Hours, Dante's Inferno, he's like at the peak of his fame, money, drugs, women, just like indulgence. He's just like doing all this shit. And at the end of the album, he dies. He fucking dies.
Hell him, bro.
Then you get to Dawn FM, the second album in the trilogy.
And he's dead now.
He's dead now. And he's like trying to become a better person. And then we get the new album. So good. It is the best album The Weeknd has ever dropped. And I say that with my whole chest.
Glazer.
Whole chest. Best album he's ever dropped. So in this album, you see him immediately at the beginning. He's kind of falling back into it. He's like kind of doing the drugs again. He's doing the shit.
Yeah.
And then about halfway through the album, he's like, you can like, he's changing. Like, he's ready for love again. He's ready for all this shit again. And then towards the end, he starts talking, like, he's being, like, reborn. He's, like, talking about, like, I'm a kid again. Like, don't hurt me. Like, I'm, like, pure again. Like, I'm trying to be, like, a better person. The last song comes, and it's fucking... He's talking about how when he wants to be a better person because when he dies, he wants to see heaven. He wants to be there. He wants to do this. And then at the end, it starts transitioning, and you don't know into what because it's the last song on the album. And this is where he's assumedly getting reborn as someone who's not him, and it starts transitioning into the first track he ever released as The Weeknd.
No!
Transitions perfectly.
No!
So he is reborn, not as a famous person, but as this person who just dropped his first track. And then making his entire discography a big loop where he becomes famous, gets all the drugs, dies, rebirth, and then it starts it all over again. That's where his it will be forever.
Oh my goodness!
It's a beautiful.
So now you can just go and it's a whole story.
It's a whole story.
To listen to.
It is
because even the earlier stuff that wasn't necessarily lore is still all him building to these moments.
Building to the moments where he dies, and it is the. I just haven't seen anyone pull it off like this. Like, pull off telling, like, something like that.
That's an art piece, bro.
It's an art piece,
That's
bro.
Beautiful. That's so cool.
Super cool.
The idea to loop it back to his first ever track is crazy.
Absolutely wild.
That is such a cool idea.
So cool. Now, it's just I just think it's so cool.
So does that mean if you, like, listen, if you cue up his original track, after the last song of the album.
Yeah,
with like fade 1 or something.
Yeah, it fades right into it. Like the song High for This starts with this like it's like a really high pitched like noise, and at the very end of the song you hear it just like start picking up, and you're like, oh shit,
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so
but he's just stuck in a loop.
He's stuck in the loop forever. The
Weeknd will always be in this loop.
Yeah.
That's great.
And that's what I think is super cool because about him ending it at his peak was because he got to pick how the story ended. He got to pick how it ended. Yeah. Instead of waiting till he just wasn't popular anymore or just died or something happened, like that's how it ended. He was like, all right, everyone's watching me. We're going to end it the best way possible. And I think
I'm about to.
The whole album just feels like this big masterpiece. It feels like he took everything he learned and he made it all fucking epic and large and big, and the soundscapes are giant. It's just, dude, it's beautiful. It's such a fucking fantastic album. If you haven't listened to it, go fucking listen to it. It's so good. Oh my god.
It's 22 songs.
Huh?
It's 22 songs.
It's 22 songs.
Set aside fucking 2 hours.
It's an hour and a half.
Set aside 2 hours.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, you might need 2 hours because some of those songs are bangers and you want to rewind them and listen to them.
Jesus. Did you do that through your first listen through? You didn't rewind a single one. You have to listen through it all.
No, I listened through it all the way through.
You have to. Then you go back.
Then I go
back. Like, this one was banging.
Oh, dude. Yeah. fantastic album. What a great story. Like, I just can't say enough.
Genuinely, after the first listen through of that album, how many ended up on your like songs?
I can tell you that number right now.
Probably at least like 7, right?
Yeah, but like more than that.
Oh, okay.
We got 1, 2, 3 because that was a single, so we're gonna count that. We're gonna count the ones that I liked as singles.
Yeah, we'll
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then the last one, 18.
Alright, so that's 4 songs on the album Brendan doesn't have liked.
2 of them are transitions.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Dude, because they're all so fucking good. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not capping when I say they're all just fucking good.
Alright, so you heard it here first, folks.
Go listen to The Weeknd. Just listen to it.
Go listen to it. Brendan's a huge fan of it.
Huge fan. I won't stop yapping. This man knows. I just keep yapping about The Weeknd because that shit was...
I like haven't gone out of my way to listen to it at all because every time I've been around Brendan in the car, he's like, alright.
Yeah, because it's time
to listen to this.
Nah, Also, one of the other things I heard about from this album was some of the... So, if you buy the CD that he released, it's like half this album. It's like 35 minutes long. I don't know what's going on there.
That's lame as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
If I bought the CD.
It's like 35 minutes long, but it feels like he changed up the track list before sending it out because, like, that one single, Dancing in the Flames, is on there.
Yeah.
And it's only half the track length, so I don't fully know.
Yeah, because Dancing in the Flames isn't on the album, right?
Yep. But he's also dropped a Playboi Carti version that has 2 bonus songs on it, and then today he dropped a Pharrell Williams version that has a completely different bonus track than the other one. There's like 50 bajillion different versions of this album out there, but just listen to the one on streaming services. I'm sure that's the one he wants you to listen to.
Yeah, because it's the most public one. Yeah. It's the one that...
I'm sure that's the version he wants.
He made accessible to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the one he wanted everyone to hear, right? You think. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's all The Weeknd for me, though.
All right. It is Monday.
It is
all The Weeknd for you.
It is The Weeknd.
All right. Brendan, I got to tell you about my current obsession.
Let's hear about it.
I don't know why this... Okay, so let's talk about what kind of shows and stuff I like, right? My favorite type of villain is when it's the dude behind the strings, bro. When it's like some secret organization doing the fucking shit, right? Recently, I discovered this thing called Bohemian Grove. Are you familiar with what Bohemian... Oh, boy, am I excited to tell you this.
I'm excited, too.
Okay. It's in California, I believe. Hold on. Let me get the correct place. Now, I might get flagged for Googling as much as I have about the Bohemian Grove.
Oh?
Let's talk about it. It is in Monterey, California. It was founded in 1878. It belongs to a private gentleman's club known as the Bohemian Club. What is the Bohemian Club, you ask?
I do.
All right. Well, every year, mid-July, the Bohemian Grove hosts more than a 2-week encampment of the most prominent men in the world. Billionaires. People that we don't even know the fucking names of.
Interesting.
And they meet there every midsummer, July, for 2 weeks at least. Now, the thing is protected year-round. Tons of security, like 4 gates to get through. There is cameras everywhere. Now, there is one video on the internet a while ago from Alex Jones, surprisingly.
No way.
Alex Jones got in there and snuck his phone in. Because obviously you're not supposed to have this shit. And everyone's in robes. Everyone's there's giant, imagine a summer camp. Imagine a giant fucking summer camp.
For the most, rich, powerful people.
And here's what the shot is. It's basically wooden bleachers, right? Like a fucking auditorium. And then a stage with a giant owl statue. Okay? And this video is them doing a mock sacrifice.
Oh.
A mock sacrifice. Okay?
Okay.
And they're chanting, they're praising to someone, right? Like, it's this whole thing. So I found this out from a TikTok that I was scrolling, I heard that, and I was like, that's so interesting. But I also went deeper, and I found out that because, obviously, it's the internet, people hear about this shit, and they go, what the fuck is going on in there, right? So, of course, there's YouTubers that have tried to break Bohemian Grove.
Hell yeah.
And of course, I've watched these videos.
As you should.
Now, I want to talk first off about this man named Tyler Oliveira. Okay?
Yeah, I know him.
You're familiar with him.
Not the biggest fan, not gonna lie.
No, not a huge fan of him either. He's doing the thing that other people are trying to do that they just do it better. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me a lot of what Gideon likes to do, but Gideon's just kind of nicer and cooler about it.
Yeah, well, there's also been a lot of controversy around this guy.
Well, also, he's been in a Mr. Beast video.
Yes, he has.
So that's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So he did his whole video where he tried sneaking in. He got caught.
Okay, cool.
Booted
Out of here.
Right? He got in there, and then a truck literally chased him down, swerved off-road after to get him, and was like, dude, you gotta get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, there's this other guy. I believe the YouTube... Hold on. Let me double-check 100% because I don't want to discredit this man. Okay? Because it is like a 3-part series. I think it might be more than 3 parts, to be honest with you. But, okay. No, it is 3 parts. So, a YouTuber by the name of Dancer1, okay? He does all sorts of little break-in videos, or exploring abandoned places, or he's chilling on trains and shit. He does tons of stuff like that. Well, he also broke in.
Okay.
And made 3 separate parts that are no longer on his channel. They were re-uploaded by a different channel.
Got it.
Only 5 months ago. Okay? But he goes in, he finds the owl statue, knocks on it, it's hollow. Okay? He finds, the cafeteria, the feeding grounds, all these places and everything. He finds what looks to be some kind of, almost ritual stand, because it's a platform that's kind of curved like a big old bowl.
Yeah.
With 2 owls on either side. There's a lot of owls themed in this. Owls everywhere.
So owls are the something to do with whatever they're doing there.
Okay? And now, the small town, okay, of Monterey, California, which, by the way, I didn't say this earlier. I need you to know that Bohemian Grove is 2,700 acres.
Damn.
Damn. Okay? So, the people in this town, hush hush.
I bet. I bet.
I've watched it interviewing, and I was looking at all this stuff, and they're always I don't know, man. I'm not talking about that. I'm not.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm not saying
either.
anything about that.
I wouldn't either.
And but some ladies would be oh, actually, I did dry cleaning for George W. Bush.
Interesting.
Right?
So.
And then they talk about how one of the hotels gets super busy because they have tons of hookers and stuff fly out. But they keep no women allowed in the campground. So they have them all at the hotel. Yeah, right? So, but keep in mind, these are billionaires.
Yeah.
So of course they're doing this, right? Tons of armored cars show up, go up there, no one sees them until they leave.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it works.
That's crazy.
There's a guest list, Brendan. And we can look at the guest list. And I was just trying to find names, right? George W. Bush was on there.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that motherfucker still kicking?
I don't know. One of the guitarists for the Grateful Dead was on there.
Interesting.
So that was confusing to me. But then there was something that made no sense to me.
Uh-oh.
I started looking at the names I didn't recognize. And I saw that some of them were kind of grayed out or a different color, and I didn't realize what this, why they were different than the rest of the names on this list. So I started doing more research onto those names. 3 separate names, all grayed out. And I couldn't find anything on them.
Oh.
Not on Wikipedia, nothing on Google. To the point where I Googled someone, right? Like, full name, middle name, everything. And the full name came up, Junior. And it was like high school and college and talking about... It wasn't... I could not find these people.
Interesting.
And their names were on this list. But I was Googling them and searching them, and their name, like, nothing that was telling me why this person was important, what their net worth was, what they did, anything.
That's interesting, because if you're on the Forbes list, your name will show up 100% of the time.
Yeah. So these are dudes who have been there, but that's what I'm saying. These are guys that we don't fucking know about.
Yeah.
People speculate that the Bohemian Grove is where they actually plan who's going to be the next president. People genuinely believe this.
I could see that.
Yeah. Like this is where they control the weather and type shit.
No, yeah, that's the scariest thing to me is like we have billionaires and stuff like Mark Zuckerberg, like Trump, like these people who are big and powerful, but they're loud. Those aren't the scary people. No. The scary people are the ones you never hear about.
The scary people are the ones that meet at this fucking campsite for 2 weeks.
Dude.
Okay? Now, this is what is the scariest thing about all of this, bro. Okay? The Bohemian Grove is very known now. Right? There isn't tons of like YouTubers that have tried to make that attempt. There isn't a ton of people that have tried to like push that.
But it's known.
Okay? People have gotten arrested for it.
Yeah.
But it's known. People know it now.
Yeah.
Especially after the videos Dancer One did. Dude, 3 parts. Each of them are like 30 minutes long.
I might
Like,
watch this later. I find this interesting as well.
I've watched all of them. It's so fascinating.
Okay, cool. I will
But-
for later then. Definitely.
Please do. But it is... So, like... It's big enough now that people know about it, and we're talking about it, obviously. But when I was also looking at the list, when it was talking about the campsite, some of the names had different names than, like, Bohemian. The Bohemian was never listed. But the ones that were listed were, like, almost names. And I was like, I don't get what this means until I saw one that was named Owl and how many people were on the Owl one. And I was like, oh my fucking God.
Oh.
There's 2 to 3 other locations that I couldn't find anything on.
Oh. So this is the one we know about.
But this is the one we know about, like where it is.
So there's other ones.
But how would we know about it in the names beyond the list? How would we not know where it is or what they're doing? So that means someone who helped make that list is a member of the Bohemian Club. But this one grove is not the only one they meet at. It's probably multiple Bohemian Groves that they meet at. And since this one's getting more exposed...
They probably won't meet there anymore.
Yeah, the biggest comments on a lot of those videos that I was telling you about was, look how dusty everything is. It's because they're probably not fucking using it anymore.
They probably aren't fucking using it anymore. Dude, that's wild. That's wild. And if anyone's going to be holding sacrifices, there's only one demographic of people who could get away with it, and that's billionaires.
Billionaires.
That is billionaires.
So, yeah, Brendan, that has been my current obsession for like the past week, is just learning shit about the Bohemian Grove.
Wild.
Because the fact that there is a fucking secret campsite where billionaires meet to decide shit
Every year?
every year. Which, no, like, they literally meet. Like, they meet to do things. Oh, here we go, Brendan. Just in case you were curious. Would you like to know how to become a member of the Bohemian Club?
I would love to.
To join the Bohemian Club, usually one must receive several invitations
Okay, that makes sense.
from members.
That makes
you
sense.
have to get put in there.
That adds up.
Multiple people.
That's how most secret societies
And
work.
then pay a $25,000 initiation fee along with yearly dues.
Damn.
Yeah. But it's like the hush hush. Like, you have to be like, dude, I imagine the initiation's crazy.
Imagine the initiation crazy, and I imagine those fees they pay are crazy.
Oh my god.
Because when you said 25,000,
25,000.
that's nothing. That's nothing.
Mm-mm.
Mostly because I used to work at a fucking, fuck, what's that place I work at called?
Like a country club?
A country club.
Yeah.
Where, like the sign up fee was like 100,000. Sign up fee there was like 100,000, and then you had to pay like 50,000 to keep your membership every year or something like that. It was fucking wild. Wherever I worked, that place was insane, price wise.
Yeah, no.
This is wild.
This is crazy. So this is really funny. Like, I'm just looking at more Bohemian Grove stuff, and one of the things on Google, like, people also ask, what is the difference between Burning Man and the Bohemian Grove?
A lot.
and you want to know what Google tells you?
What?
Burning Man is open to all. Bohemian Grove is only open to men, typically white, affluent, Republican men, and certainly by invitation only.
Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah, dude, it's just the white billionaires that control the weather. That's who meets there.
Wild. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
wild
I was
to me.
baffled. I was like, wait. This is something you see in TV shows.
No, yeah.
This is something in movies. You're telling me this is real?
I think I think what our next goal needs to be, we need to find those other locations, everybody, on the internet.
Hey, internet, there's no way this is the only one.
There's no way.
But
What were they?
maybe the only one in America.
That is true. It could be all around the world.
We don't know. They're billionaires. They
They're
can
all
get
around the
anywhere. But they're all white men.
They're all white
So,
men.
all Republicans. Do you think they're all in America?
But see, the problem is, even if it is all from America, that doesn't mean they're not just meeting up in the Netherlands.
It's true. It's true.
They could just all meet up in the Netherlands and decide the fate of America. It
Billionaires
doesn't
don't
matter.
need passports.
They don't fucking care.
Billionaires don't need passports.
Bro, you tell a billionaire he needs a passport, he's buying your airport.
Flying.
And then he's
himself.
leaving.
He's buying your airport, every pilot you own, and then going.
Yep.
Okay?
Like, no, you can't touch them. That's the thing, you can't touch them.
I know. Hey, okay, so
Ugh.
moving past this, we got on the topic of speaking of bigger, like, things, controlling and all this stuff. Brenda and I recently watched a show that has been out for a minute,
Yeah.
but we both enjoyed it greatly, and that's Fallout.
It is Fallout.
I fucking loved it.
I loved
dude.
it too.
I just love for season 2.
Ugh.
And now, can I tell you something that's very silly? So you told me as we were watching Fallout that you were like, "Oh, dude, I gotta get caught up on Invincible because season 3's coming out very soon." And I was like, "Fuck, man, I've only seen season 1." And I was like, "Shit."
I only saw season 1.
I was like, "I gotta do the same thing." So I started getting caught up on season 2 after rewatching season 1 because I was like, it's been years, right? Cecil, right? The guy with the scar on his face, who's like the head guy of the organization. Okay, the ghoul.
Yeah.
It's him.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Yeah.
And going from him playing two characters
yeah.
both times, I'm
Yeah.
like, God, he's a fucking good character, man.
He's such a good actor, bro. The
Ghoul
Ghoul is the best character in the show.
Oh my God, he's so good.
The Ghoul is the best character in the show.
Because he comes on screen and you think he's a fucking villain. You think he's an asshole, a murderer, a terrible guy. And then you realize he's a fucking anti-hero, dude.
Yes, you do.
Because he's just going for what he wants, man. He's fighting for the thing he wants, which is to see his family again. He just wants to know where the fuck they are. And then, like, the vault stuff, and, like, obviously, it always comes back to the theme of the billionaires controlling the weather, man.
Yep. One thing I did like about the show, first of all, it is canon. It is canon.
It is canon?
It is canon.
I Googled it and it said it wasn't.
It says the show exists within the canon of the games.
Within the canon of the games.
Yeah, so it's canon. If it exists within the canon of the game, it's following the game's logic, and then everything that happens is logic and canon in the game.
Okay, that means everything that has happened in the show has happened in the game.
Yes, which gave me a lot of stuff that I really liked, because in the games you don't get to learn a lot about, like, vault tech before the bombs. Yes. You don't get to learn a lot about them, and you got to see some of that.
Okay, that's what you mean. I thought you meant like, show me in what game where Maximus is.
No.
That's what I thought you meant, and I was like,
not like that. But
you're telling me that's
like,
canon?
for example, like Maximus might not be in the games, but if you
Brotherhood going for the
Brotherhood,
fusion,
but like also to the extent of, like, if you showed up to Vault 33 in the game, it would have the same experiment running. Like, it's like canon, but they told their own story with
it. Canon. It's canon in the way. All right, they told a good story in the world of Fallout.
Yes.
That's how I've always
Yep.
saw it. Is like
Yep. They told a great story.
they told a great story in the world of Fallout. Last of Us is different. That's like the video game.
Yeah, pretty
More
much.
so.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fallout is this show in the world of this video game where everything has taken place.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Spoilers? How old is this show? It's been out for.
I think we
long
could
enough.
spoil it. We're about to spoil it, so.
Spoilers. How heartbreaking was it when you find out that the ghoul's wife, Coop's wife, was the one that was like, "We're gonna drop the fucking bomb."
We're gonna drop the bombs.
Dude, I knew she was gonna say that too. The second they were like, "How are we gonna make this happen?" And it like zoomed in. I was like, "Oh, they're gonna do it themselves. They drop them themselves." Ah!
And then, the dad. His name's Hank, right?
Hank. Yeah.
So, at the end of the show, when you see Hank in the suit looking over,
Yep, at the big city.
apparently that's New Vegas.
See, and I thought that it was like a slight thought in my head, but I
It's
didn't
New
know for
Vegas.
sure. Oh, dude, New Vegas has so much cool shit.
Yeah, it
man.
does. Yeah, it fucking does. Yeah, it fucking does. So,
I'm not super into the games of Fallout. I've not played them all, right? Like, I don't know all the lore of all of them, but I know a lot of people that have, and from what I know, Fallout New Vegas is, like, everyone loves it. It's from what I've learned, Fallout New Vegas is one of the best Fallout
it
games.
is my goal to play that game one day and complete it.
Brennan, I have it. We need to sit down and we'll play
Sure.
it.
It's hard to sit down and just play like that, though. Well, it's fun. It's easy to sit down and play, but, like, it's hard to play with two people.
It is.
Because there's a lot of just, pick this random thing up off the ground.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun. But, okay. What if he's going to Mr. House? What if that's where he's going?
If Mr. House is the guy the whole time?
No. What if that's where the dad's going?
Yeah. No, I'm saying because when the ghoul is giving Lucy the final like talk at the end before they go off, he's like, "There's always someone controlling it bigger," and that's where he's going. Right.
That is where he's going.
So that's what I'm saying.
He's
His
going
house
to
is
Mr.
guy,
House.
and also, I need to ask your opinion on this. In the scene at the office, or like the table where Barb is doing the whole thing, they're like, it's the whole reveal that they're the fucking monsters, right? And she is about to take over, okay? Because everyone is giving Bud shit because they're like, "Bud, you're an idiot," right?
Fuck that guy.
So when
Buds.
she checks her thing, her Pip-Boy, looks up at the shadowy figure, and then steps in. At first, I was like, oh, maybe she's like, oh, the communicator's still saying it's transmuted somewhere. But then my second time, I was like, maybe she's looking at that guy. Because she like does this, and is like, and then steps in. So maybe that's House, dude.
Could be.
I'm just saying.
It could
if
be.
that's where he's going.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
The other questions I
There's
have...
real Fallout fans like, these guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, because both of our knowledges about Fallout are very spotty. There's stuff both of us are missing, stuff I have, he doesn't have, stuff he has, I don't have.
Yep.
We just both have a very spotty, but we love the show.
Loved the show. We'll watch many more episodes of it.
I want to know what vault his family ended up in. Because if she worked there and she was really trying for a good vault, did she actually get into a good vault? That's my question. I want to know if she went into a good vault.
But also, she's not alive, right?
She could be. We don't know why Moldaver was alive.
But that's true. Because the thing is I had that same thought of like, wait, what vault are they in? Because Bud didn't get her.
No.
Because I would have thought that would have
makes sense.
happened.
No,
right?
that makes sense to me though. Because Bud
said he had his idea for Bud's Buds.
Yeah, Bud paid money like all those other big guys to run his own experiment. She did not want to be part of Bud's experiment. She wants to be in the vault that's watching the other vaults. That's what she wants. And I like the way the show showed us that and then let us think that Vault 33 was the vault that she wanted to be in. Because it kept alluding to there's something more going in Vault 31. There's something more going in Vault 31.
Something more.
And then you start getting like, oh, management's in Vault 31. You start getting some of that and you're like, okay, so that's where his family must be. But then you start connecting the dots. She didn't want to be part of an experiment. She wanted to be the one making sure the experiments were running properly.
At the start, you don't think anything's wrong with the vaults.
No.
And then Lucy has the moment where she's like, what do you mean experiment?
Yep.
All vaults are an experiment.
Yeah, when they ask her, what experiment's going on in your vault, she's like, our vault doesn't have one. And they're just like, oh.
Every vault has an experiment. And then she's like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy. Love dog meat.
Love dog meat.
Dog meat. Dog.
One of the things I thought was interesting, I watched a video on it. Someone was talking about how this all fits into the greater Fallout lore. So Shady Sands, the place that they blew up,
Yeah.
was originally created by other Vault-Tec people who came out of the vaults. So another vault succeeded in their experiment and created a city. But because of the way Vault-Tec likes to run competition, they just blew it up, not knowing that it was another vault succeeding. It wasn't just people on the surface. It was a vault that came out and made a civilization. And the other thing I found cool with that video, just more Fallout lore stuff, is that some of the vaults seemingly are more made to make a civilization, and some of them are just kind of made to fail. Because some of them are given this thing that's like called the Garden of Eden or something like that, which is meant to help start a colony on the surface. Some vaults don't have that, meaning they just aren't meant to create anything afterwards. No. They're just meant to be watched and fail.
That's crazy.
Which is just insane to me.
I hope in season 2 we get to see the vault that's running it all.
I hope we do too.
I hope we do too. I hope we get to see Vault 1.
Oh.
Because Vault 4 is the earliest one we know about.
Yep.
Which, wasn't that the one that they ended up in? No.
Vault 4 was the one with this that had the scientist that had the guy with the one eye and stuff.
Okay, which is the same one that was the starter.
Yeah.
That was the first one that they were putting the 5 scientists into,
at least
for 5 years.
That was the one that they were talking about, that they were like promoting.
That was Vault 4.
Yeah. That's the one that, funny enough, the ghoul, before he was the ghoul, literally walked through because he was filming that thing. Oh, it's so wild.
Isn't that crazy?
It's so wild.
And then you don't know why he hates the vaults at first.
Nope.
And then you understand why he hates the vaults.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. And it just got me reinvested in the lore, which is my favorite part of the Fallout game. The entire.
It makes me want to play all the Fallouts.
I know, but it's so much time.
Dude, Fallout's a long game.
Yeah, it's not a quick game.
Fallout's so
I've played Fallout 3 for years now, and I'm like, I've beaten the story, but like,
there's so much to do in
Fallout.
There's 25,000 side quests.
There's so much shit to do. How much time we got left?
I think that's actually a great point to wrap it up there, Brendan. Thank you so much for listening to episode 82 of the Attention Deficit Dawgs.
Woo!
If you like this content and you want to see more, check us out on Instagram or TikTok at the Attention Deficit Dawgs. If you didn't delete TikTok.
If you didn't delete TikTok.
Remember that my song of the week is Back on My BS by Big X the Plug.
And mine is Cry For Me by The Weeknd. Go listen to that album, please. Do yourself a favor.
Damn right. Other than that, take care of yourselves. Eat 3 meals today. Drink some water. And as always, woo!